The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today, it's week 3. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Let's go.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Tua. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down.
No doubt on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Panthers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Panthers. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A big pickup of 38. Well, you don't become a 2-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Here's a running play now for Thielen. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. The punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw going into the hands of Williams. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0. RDA score. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st down, Rodgers. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 70. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Let's go. Go set.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'd say that he learned from his costly red zone pick earlier in the game because this time he puts the throw away from where any defender can make a play on it. Unfortunately, he also sailed it over his intent.
Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Rodgers. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On play action, Rodgers. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Here's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Fournette fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
And again, it's Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Hurry, hurry.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready.
Final minute now of the third quarter. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Right.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Fournette again. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Leonard Fournette, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Take it in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Draw play, Elliott. Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And that will force a turnover on downs. Rodgers now on first down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty.
And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Ready. Trouble 38. Slide through.
Tua now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
From the 39, Tua. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Going deep for Hopkins. And this one is incomplete. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Rolling to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Tua.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Airing this one out for Evans. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Ready.
2nd and 11.
Strike it. Strike it.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Tua going to run again.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Play action, now it's Tua. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Ready.
On the counter, Elliott. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games.
Nothing on the scoreboard. 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
You block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat 3 in the early lead. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 88. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. There's Evans again, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On play action, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 15.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Rodgers now on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now Rodgers. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers caught on the slant. Touchdown Panthers. Deontay Johnson. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. But it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all.